Hi, welcome to episode 25, The Sounds of Intervals. Today, I just want to make sure that in these lessons, we're always paying attention to how stuff sounds, and intervals is a great place to train your ears, and the best way to do it is on something like this. Yeah, a keyboard. You don't have to have a keyboard, you can do it on any instrument. You can do it online, you can go get an app for a keyboard app on your phone, you can... Whatever you have to do, you want to get some intervals into your ear. If you go to an actual piano and you just hit any note, at least any note not way down low on a piano, you're actually hearing a unison. There's actually more than one string inside this piano for most of the notes. Usually on a piano, the bass notes only have one string. So maybe that note there is just not technically anything. There's no interval, there's only one string. But if I go up here to middle C, C4, there's probably 2 strings or 3 strings in there. I haven't looked inside this piano. You can even, it's not perfectly in tune. Let me find a more out of tune note. This one's a little more out of tune. If you listen, you can hear this phasing quality, this... I'm not sure if that'll come through on this phone's mic, but yeah, unisons, when they're not exactly perfectly in tune, create an effect people call kind of a phasing or a chorusy effect. It's this kind of vibration. The notes vibrate together. It's caused by something called a difference frequency, which I keep talking about. Maybe one day we're going to do an episode on some psychoacoustics and some physics of sound, waves and stuff. Maybe we should also do psychoacoustics. Geez, okay, getting ahead of myself. Unison, that's boring, right? Let's get to, let's start big. Let's go with an octave. So, a lot of people probably have an octave in their mind from the song Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Somewhere. Really, I'm singing these 2 C's. Somewhere over the rainbow. If we keep going in there, in Somewhere Over the Rainbow, we have an octave. And then... Then we have a major 6 from C to A. Alright. These are both what we call melodic intervals. It's just to differentiate when you have 2 notes after one note after another, we call it melodic. And we call notes literally happening at the same time harmonic. It's kind of a fake difference there. It doesn't change what the intervals are named or feel like. But a lot of people like to memorize songs that go with different intervals. So octave, Somewhere Over the Rainbow is a great one for an octave. Let's talk about a fifth. Right? Star Wars, perfect fifth. Right? It's good. Star Wars is a good one for a perfect fifth. And when you play a perfect fifth harmonically, on a piano it's not as strong, but on a guitar we call these a power chord. If you like any kind of heavy metal, any kind of punk rock, you've heard a lot of power chords. Perfect fourth. A song a lot of people do for a perfect fourth is... Here Comes the Bride. I forget what it's actually called. I honestly, seriously can't remember. There's 2 famous wedding songs, and one is by Mendelssohn and one is by Wagner, and I forget which one this one is. But you can hear that fourth. The fourth sounds like this harmonically. And listen to a fifth and a fourth, or this fourth. Those are both perfect intervals, and they have this open quality. It's kind of hard cutting edge, but also this kind of emptiness. They're kind of stark. Stark might be a good word for the sound. of these fifths and fourths, right? Start. As opposed to the sweeter consonants of a sixth. These are sixths. Right? Let's talk about a third. There's a major third. Moving around in thirds, some major, some minor. You can see how they kind of sound the same. Right? You hear this kind of stuff a lot. Lines in thirds. Thirds. What's a song with a third in it? Oh god, there's that annoying song, The Middle. Work sucks. I know you'll be in my show. God, I'm kind of embarrassed that I just brought that song up. I hate that song. But I can't think of another. I can't think of another good major third song, so sorry, that's gonna just have to be the one for now. Let's talk about a minor sixth. My favorite way to describe one really popular minor sixth is the boot scoot boogie sixth. Boot scoot and boogie. That's like a lick that hopefully sounds familiar to you. It happens in a lot of songs, something like, right? Or even Scott Joplin did it before, but he future copied Boot Scootin' Boogie. Boot Scootin' Boogie was the original song to ever use that interval, and anyone who used it before or after copied it by traveling forward or backward in time. So that's a minor sixth, right? We did a major sixth. Here's another major sixth you'll hear a lot. Right? That's It Came Upon a Midnight Clear, Christmas song. Right? You also, I forget which TV station, but is it NBC or ABC or CBS? I don't think it's Fox. Also has that major sixth, whatever. Let's see, augmented fourth or diminished fifth, the tritone. The song most people like to think of for that is from West Side Story. Maria, right? That's a good tritone, a good leap of a tritone. When you hear a tritone harmonically, it's one of the most dissonant intervals. And in fact, the tritone really baffled early music theorists way before they would have called themselves that. But early people who wrote about the organization of music would notice, like, that fifth sounds good. That one sounds good. That one sounds good. That one sounds good. Good. What? So when you have the weird fifth, it boggled the minds of these old music theorists, and they called it the devil's interval. And some people still like to think of it as the devil's interval. And yeah, it's all over early heavy metal music, I think on purpose, because it sounds so dissonant. The very first Black Sabbath album opens with some tritones. That's some homework for you. Go listen to it. Find the tritones. I think those guys in Wizard of Oz sing a tritone, but I can't remember for sure. Maybe I should have researched this video better, but guess what? I didn't. Let's talk about a minor second. Listen to how crunchy that is, right? Here's another one. Or here. That's really crunchy, right? But what if we fold it up? All right? What if we fold it up even more? Now it sounds okay, right? Something to remember about intervals. They can sound really dissonant by themselves, but give them the right bass note and the right other notes, and and they sound really nice. We talked about that before, how consonance and dissonance isn't just what sounds good or not. We talked about minor second that everybody knows. Jaws. Good old Jaws theme. Jaws theme just keeps on going. Way down low. Minor seconds. A major second. You know what song is mostly made out of major seconds for a while? The best song ever written. Mary Had a Little Lamb. It's going down a minor second, up a minor second. A major second, sorry, those are major seconds. A harmonic major second. Not quite as harsh as a minor second. That's a minor second. There's a major second. And again, it could sound really dissonant, but if we put the right bass note, right, it kind of sounds nice. If we surround it with the right notes, it sounds not what we normally think of as the word dissonant. So, minor second, minor third. I think maybe I haven't done a minor third song yet. One you'll hear people talk about a lot is that lullaby song, which I think is a Brahms song. Right? Or, yeah, that's a minor third. What's another minor third? What's one in a minor key? I don't know. For some reason, Joan Jett, I Hate Myself for Loving You just popped in my head. And it does something like, I hate myself. So that hate myself. That's a good example of a minor third. We did a major third, we did a minor third, perfect fourth, tritone, perfect fifth, minor sixth, major sixth. Oh, the sevenths. We haven't done the sevenths. There's not too many melodic sevenths you're going to find. One you'll hear a lot is... That's a Star Trek theme. It starts with a minor seventh. There's a Talking Heads song. That also has a minor seventh. Cross-eyed and painless or something. This is the worst researched episode ever. But look, I just want you to be able to hear these, and I want to model what I consider the best way to learn about intervals, which is go to a piano, go to a keyboard, and just play them, and do exactly what I'm doing. Free associate what songs pop out. Play two notes and be like, oh, does that sound like a song? It does. Whoops. What song is that called? I don't know. Get Happy, I think. Or like I'm just picking notes at random. Like, what about these two notes? I don't know. Well, Star Wars, cool. Right? Major sevenths. There's only one time I can remember a minor seventh in a song, and it's in Superman. Is that Superman? Somewhere in there, there's this part where it's like. Right? And when it's going da-da-da-ba-na, that's a major seventh. Isn't how dissonant it is by itself. Dissonant. But we love it in Superman. So I don't know, that's your at least your simple intervals up to an octave, and also a model of how you can learn the sounds of those intervals by practicing at a keyboard. That's it. Goodbye.